Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 6 of Europa Universalis for As the Ottomans with the Rights of Man DLC. And in the last video, just before we ended, we started a war with Albania that also brought Ragusa in. And we'd like to take Ragusa because Ragusa is an important centre of trade. It's a coastal centre of trade, so that would help us out immensely if we could grab that. We will eventually end up with Serbia, no doubt, and we'll be able to connect all of that together. We do have to be a little bit careful. There is already a coalition forming against us, so we may well have to defend against that before too long. We've got a few other bits and pieces that we need to do. There are a few conversions. We've got lots of Orthodox that we need to flip over. Now, we do have... I remember why we were waiting, because there was one particular province that we were coring, which is this one down here, because we've actually got a mission. And if we can get this cored and then convert it, that will complete the mission. So now I remember why we were waiting. Now, what we need to be able to do is try and get through here. And it looks like we could only do it with our transports right now. I think we would probably be fine because they only seem to have a single ship there. So let's go ahead and grab the transports. We will go and pick up from Epirus. We will move our army down here and meet up. I don't think there are any hostile ships to worry about. There's literally one light there, which I don't even think the AI would put one light against 18 transports. So we should be okay. So we'll go ahead and pick up these troops. So let's put them on the ships. Now, it will have to be a naval landing. So hopefully there aren't too many enemy ships around. I really don't think that that light will come out. Now, these do have 5 units. They've got 3 lights and 2 galleys. They may come out and attack us. Trade League forming up. Not too worried about that. Now, what we want to do is drop these guys off. And again, I always get left-click and right-click confused with dropping troops off transports. They've actually moved their units out, so that makes it a little bit easier for us. And what we will do is then bring the ships back before we force their ships out, because we don't want them fighting our lights, of course. Oh, we're really going to have to do something about those knights. So let's go ahead and get you guys back to Constantinople. At the same time, it might be nice if we could get open borders with Serbia. Will they let us through? They will actually give us military access, so let's take that for now. But that's fine. Serbia have given us military access. Now, we don't have a leader over here. And they are hiding in the mountains, so I'm definitely not going to go and attack them. We'll just sit here. We are taking some attrition, but we're just in grasslands and we don't have a leader. So we do want to try and keep the numbers here if we can. Hopefully this siege will go relatively quickly. Right, now we have completed Chios. So if we go here and convert that, that should be our mission completed for us. Apparently, when I started up the game, I noticed on the launcher there was a warning from Paradox that if you are playing without the Cossacks DLC enabled, that your allies currently won't respond to calls to arms. So there's a little bit of a problem. Trebizondian separatists, 80%. So where are you guys? No idea where that is. Kaffa and Mantrega. So where are those ones? Because I've never heard of them. There must be somewhere. Let's search for province. Oh, I see. It's up here, is it? Yeah, that's potentially an issue. That's fine. We've got our transports here. Let's go ahead and just put you on the ships. It'll leave a few men behind, but we can go and drop off over there and just... Now then, which of these 2 provinces has the higher development? CBs, diplomatic insults, 10 development, 5 development. So Kaffa is the one where they're most likely to pop. They are being cored as well. So it won't be quite as bad once the coring is done. At least it shouldn't be. So what do we have here? Several prominent men in our country are pointing out that the path we are going in when it comes to army research is utterly foolish and will amount to nothing. They demand that we stop the current approach and stick with what was good for our fathers. They have a point, lose 50 military power or ignore them and lose prestige. What are we like in terms of military at the moment? We are slightly ahead. We're about to catch up with Diplotech though. We are starting to get this tech penalty of course now. But I think we will just ignore them. We are at war, so we'll get a little bit of prestige back from this anyway. Yeah, I don't like the attrition I'm taking here, but I've got to be prepared to defend against them. They've got a 3-1-2 general as well, which is pretty good. So, diplomats. I've only got 1 free, which we'll need to save for now. I was thinking at some point we are definitely going to need to... start improving relations with some people to try and get rid of the possibility of a coalition. I mean, there already is a coalition, but if we can remove a few people from it, that will be good. Now, of course, the aggressive expansion is ticking down even now while we are still at war. And I'm only going to be taking 2 provinces, although Albania has... what does Albania have? I want to see the province view. Select province. Albania has 10 development. Ragusa, I think, has more. Ragusa's got 14. Not as high as I thought. We can go ahead and take a new Diplotech, so let us do that. Still need to catch up in admin. Now, how is this... where did I put the tech button? There we go. Kaffa has been converted. Did that complete our mission? Maybe we were doing something... Oh, no, that was Kaffa. That's up here. So Kaffa's been called now. It's Chios that we should be looking at. There was one more thing that I did just want to check, and I can't remember. Yes, the institutions. I did put that additional map mode on somewhere. Terrain, simple terrain, and areas. Yeah. Political, trade. Was it under religious? No, religious and culture, imperial. I'm sure that I... tied it to one of these map mode buttons. Unrest. Maybe I didn't. Estates and areas. What would make more sense? Trade, probably. So if we go and add another map mode, and then it is going to be under... not technology, institutions. That's what we want. So we can see that we are starting to adopt the Renaissance. It is happening. We do need to sort of start saving up some money, and then we can just sort of pay to get the boost. We don't want to be behind in tech. So basically what we can do now is convert gold into tech. Now once we've sieged their land, it'll make it a little bit easier dealing with them. We could go ahead and sit up in the mountains as ourselves in Zeta, and then when they move in to retake their province, we can jump on them. The Ottoman coronation ceremony is the most grand thing many will see in their lifetime, and the coronation of Bayezid I is no exception. As the sword of Osman is grinded upon, Bayezid I by the Sarif of Konya, however, our viziers look upon him with some amount of dread. He was never the most likely candidate and would likely never have taken the throne if a clear favourite had existed. Some would go as far to say that it was his mediocrity that allowed Bayezid I to triumph. Greater men never considered him a threat, and others hoped to control the empire through him. One thing our new Padishah has clearly demonstrated: when the need arises, he will not shy away from sinking a dagger in the back of those that trust him. Only time will tell what kind of ruler he will be. So... we'll now rule our glorious nation. A 2-2-1, not exactly fantastic. He is a babbling buffoon. Diplomatic reputation -1. Well, we could do without that, really. So, let's go ahead and have a look at our leader here. It's under this one, isn't it? So, yep, he's a babbling buffoon. After he's been a ruler for 10 years, something nice might happen, but we will have to see. Is that... revolt going down? It is not, and they have actually revolted in the province we expected them to, which is fine. Ambitions of the Valide Sultan. As many of the sultans before him, Bazid I has very close bond with his mother. As it pleased God, the Valide Sultan is a powerful ally, friendly and confident for our Padishah, and to reflect this, she has been granted the most generous allowance. Money that, apart from being used for her personal needs, she has been putting to use for the betterment of our state. Our mother is not content with this, however, and has asked for even a more generous arrangement that would allow her to fund ambitious building projects in Constantinople itself. Anything for you. Constantinople gets architectural funding for 10 years, which reduces local build cost by 10%, reduces local development by 5%, but reduces the tax we get, and it does increase prestige. Or we can just gain 50 admin power. I'm just going to take the admin power. We're not planning to do any sort of building or development in there. You guys can go ahead and get back on the boat now, because we've dealt with that. We can bring the ships back to Constantinople. And what have we got here? As Bazayed I is yet to name a favourite among his consorts, every one of them is manoeuvring to take their rightful place alongside the Sultan. The Imperial Harem is rife with intrigue, and right now a well-informed choice for the position of Haseki Sultan, one of the highest honours imaginable in the Empire, would seem all but impossible. Luckily, Bazayed I's mother has a firm grip on politics of the Harem and has presented Bazayed with the consort she feels would be a good candidate. A new consort with 512 appears. So, this is a new thing that they've also added in Rights of Man. Basically, through royal marriages and various other events, you can essentially get a consort or a queen. And I suppose if you're playing as a king, you can get a prince. And basically what will happen is, in the event of a ruler death and no heir, or an heir who is too young to ascend to the throne, the consort can essentially act as a regent, and therefore you don't have to have a regency council. So we can get a 512 consort, which is not too bad, or 031, or lose 5 prestige. I'm happy with the 512. The House of Osmanoglu. With the union of Bazayed and Safiye, we have gained not only a spouse, but also a new ally in the realm. The Osmanoglu is an old and influential family, and their seat in Hudavendigar is a jewel of the Empire. Of course, the friendship has to go both ways, and Safiye will be expected to speak for her kin, while our Padishah will be expected to consider such advice carefully. So it reduces local unrest, but local missionary strength goes down, and autonomy change goes up in Hudavendigar. So a little bit of a trade-off there, but nothing that we cannot deal with. Oh, we've actually sieged out Ragusa. Well, unless you're willing to give me a complete and total 100% peace, which I doubt you are. I mean, we do have you fully sieged. So let's just go to Ragusa, sue for peace, and we want your province. And you won't give it to me, because you still have your army, which is exactly what I thought. I'm going to come back over here. And pick up a leader. As soon as I move out, they'll probably move in and try and siege it back. I'd be very surprised if they don't. I'd prefer it if you actually... I'm already locked now, so we'll just go in here. I didn't want to go through this province and cause even more attrition than was necessary. Let's just go ahead and... we will regroup you together. Now, you are Hizir. And what are your abilities? 0121. This is not too bad. So I just want to quickly go and put his ear over here. And then if they do move in, because I'm not going to attack them while they're in the mountains, that would be absolutely mental. So I'm not going to attempt to do that. They do still have their ships, which we could go and sink if we wanted to. There we go. The siege is complete. Let's move you guys over here. In fact, we can put his ear back over here now, because we've got the better leader that we can put on that 20 stack. I'm still not stupid enough to go and attack into the mountains. Ah, war. Poland has declared war on us. Coalition CB. Well, that is unfortunate. That suddenly puts us at war with a lot of people. So let's go and have a look at that now. So yeah, we're at war with Serbia. We are at war with the Knights, which is problematic. We're at war with these guys. What are we like in terms of our force limit? We are at our force limit. We're definitely going to go ahead, though, and get ourselves some mercenaries. There's almost as many as we can afford. We're going to go way over the force limit. So we want to take Albania and we want to take Ragusa at this point, because we're going to have to deal with Serbia. So let us get out of this war, because we do have a 100% war score. Now then, if we go to Ragusa, can we take your province from you yet? You would be willing to give us Ragusa. So let's go ahead and do that. We want to take all of your money as well. Not bothered about the aggressive expansion at the moment, because obviously we've now got an additional little problem to worry about. Our ships should probably go... They are probably safe enough. Let us then... So we've got Serbia's army. If we can take Serbia out nice and quickly, it'll help. This stack over here, you're going to go over and... deal with these guys. We can get rid of these guys over here. We should be fine. We have got some more coring to do. That is in Ragusa. So now we want to peace out with Albania. We need our diplomat to come back before we can do that. So we do have Serbia's army up here. Let's go and move into the highlands. We'll see if we can intercept them if we're lucky enough. Let's accept that royal marriage. Right, not too sure where you guys are heading. You are heading into the mountains. You're actually heading into Ragusa by the look of things, which is grasslands. That's fine. If you want to head in there, I will take that fight. So let's go ahead and take Albania. And we'll take all of your money, because we're going to be losing money for a little bit anyway. So we'll send our demands there. So we want to be careful. I'm actually going to go and slow the game speed down just a little bit, because I do want to keep my eye on everything. I don't want to accidentally... you know, lose a lot of units by not being careful. We need to get over here and siege out Corfu. So we'll grab a lot of these guys and get you all down to Epirus. There's only 3 there. We will take a crossing penalty, but we should be okay. We actually caught them in the mountains there. I didn't intend to do that, but we are now being sieged out by rebels, so we should go and deal with them anyway. So we just need to keep our eye on all of these guys here. It would be a really nice time now to go and deal with the knights, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen. So we're going to go and siege out your territory. Well, actually, it's entered into the coalition against us, but that should be a different coalition. So they shouldn't be able to do anything on this one. It's only these 2 guys up here that are in the coalition with us. If you quickly split and half of you move there, try and get that one done nice and quickly. We'll allow that stack to get together. So we should be okay, providing we don't do anything too stupid. We've won that fight against you. So let's move into Serbia's capital. The quicker we can get Serbia sieged out, the quicker we can get them out of the war. And I'm just going to try and take quite a bit of stuff from people. Let's go ahead and we'll wait until the rest of that stack gets together. Because it is all mercenaries, so we're actually still gaining money somehow. Not too sure how. You guys are actually on the march, that is fine. Got a few units around here. I mean, it's this land that's being sieged out by Poland, but that's good. Gives me a chance to deal with these guys down here. Once these guys are dealt with, then we can go and... we can't actually get there because of a blockade. That's unfortunate, because Venice are down here. We could probably beat that fleet, to be quite honest. What have you got here in this fleet? Few galleys, mostly transports. I think our fleet could probably beat that. Let's go in here. We'll see if we can get some of these fleets down. I do want to try and get these places sieged out. They will probably try and put a fair few things together. So you can stay there for now. So I'm just watching where the ships are, because like I said, they are probably going to try and consolidate their navies together. Which it looks like it's what they're doing. Because otherwise we can't get across the strait. Let's go and group up the mercenaries. Yeah, they are actually doing that. So let's go ahead and attempt to retreat where we can. So that was unfortunate. So we do not have naval superiority. We'll just have to accept that. But we can probably go and get Serbia out, and it's Poland that we really need to siege. But if we can get everybody else out that's in this war... Again, we can't get to the Knights either with so many ships. Can we build some more ships? What do we like on our naval limit? We could get a couple more lights, I suppose. So let's go ahead and get a couple more lights. If we can just win a few naval encounters, we just sort of weaken their ships bit by bit. Can we have another leader? Another military leader? We can, actually. We don't have enough Diplo, though, to get an admiral. But I think I would like to get one, as we can have more leaders. Also, we can afford another... We can have 4 leaders. So let's go ahead and get another military leader. You're actually not bad. So you're going to lead into that lot, and we'll try and take that group out. We'll deal with Serbia first. As soon as we get enough Diplo. So that was a nice easy fight. Let's get you down here. We want to try and take out these units. As soon as we get enough Diplo, we're going to go ahead and get ourselves an admiral. And hopefully we can pick off some ships here and there. So it looks like we will catch those guys in the Highlands, but that is fine. So we don't have enough Diplo yet. I just need to keep my eye on what Poland are doing. At the moment, they're sieging Crimea, which isn't a really big problem to me. There's a lot of units down on that side, though. And that potentially is a big problem. So we want to keep trying to chase these guys down where we can. Anyone that's going into Ragusa. Strange that Serbia were willing to give me military access to attack Ragusa, even though they were already in a coalition against me. That still belongs to Venice. I thought I'd actually managed to grab that. Apparently not. We do now have enough to go ahead and get ourselves an admiral. And he's pretty terrible. But he's the best choice we've got at the moment. I am going to end the video there, however, as we are over the 20-minute mark. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying Europa Universalis 4. I'll see you guys next time, and until then, goodbye for now.